So I'm one of the 4 Student Wellbeing Officers here at the university. So I'm the Student Wellbeing Officer for Digby Stuart. So within my role, I look after students who live on the Digby Stuart campus or commuting students who study one of the Digby Stuart programmes. And what I do as a student wellbeing officer is provide one-to-one confidential support for students who are experiencing difficulties that may be impacting their well-being or their ability to kind of fully engage with kind of the university experience. So that could be kind of anything from relationship issues, family difficulties, bereavement, perhaps difficulties with their mental health. Essentially anything that could be kind of causing a student some distress or some worry. So really kind of as a wellbeing officer, we're the first port of call for students who are needing support. And then we can kind of refer onwards to other services that they might find useful, whether that's like a disability service or student finance service, our counselling team. And we can also put students in contact with particular members of staff, so things like academic guidance tutors as well. So as well as being a student wellbeing officer, I'm also the co-lead of the UR Pride Staff LGBT network. And there are many aspects to this role, so organising the meetings for the quarterly meetings for the network, things around kind of attending particular meetings within the university and representing the network at those meetings, and also developing a programme of events and activities kind of across the year to support the network. So February is LGBT History Month. So I've been working over the last few weeks on developing kind of a range of activities and events for staff and for students in order to celebrate History Month and to raise awareness of LGBTQ+ identities, lives and experiences. So History Month is an annual celebration, happens every February, and it's there to celebrate lesbian, gay, bi, trans and non-binary history. So that includes history of LGBT+ rights, related civil rights movements, etc. And it's something that's actually celebrated kind of globally. Various countries across the world celebrate it, but celebrate it at different times of the year. So here in the UK, we celebrate LGBT+ History Month in February to coincide with the 2003 abolition of Section 28. So the UR Pride Network have been working with colleagues and partners, including the RSU, so Students' Union, to develop a schedule of events and activities to celebrate LGBT+ History Month. Of course, everything's got to happen virtually at the moment, so we're trying our best to take advantage of that. So we have been able to organise some guest speakers virtually that we may not have been able to have had if we were on campus, which is great. And then we've arranged some virtual kind of coffee break chats with the UR Pride Network. There's going to be a specially curated LGBTQ+ show and tell, which is courtesy of the European Research Council funded project Our Mythical Childhood. There's going to be across the weeks a LGBTQ+ reading circle, where there'll be sessions that staff and students can kind of come together and explore kind of different articles or readings around LGBT themes. And the whole month is going to finish with a celebration service that will be put together by our wonderful LGBTQ+ associate chaplain within the chaplaincy team. So info on all events is going to be available on the portal, and I know on the university social media as well. And across the month, we're going to be sharing some resources, so interesting things to kind of read or watch, or things to listen to that kind of continues to share the message and information on History Month as well. We are continuously trying to develop support that we have for LGBTQ+ students at the university. And of course, we always welcome feedback and suggestions for what things may be needed. At the moment, we're currently running a regular kind of online virtual kind of gathering for LGBTQ plus students. So it's like a community chat where students can all kind of come together and connect with each other and kind of share stories and things. There's specific support that we have in place for trans and non-binary students, including support for students who are going through kind of name changes and need to change their names on the systems, or they perhaps need to change their gender marker. And also support for things like communicating some of these changes, communicating kind of changing pronouns and things like that. There's also a specific page on the student portal, so through the student support section on the student portal, there's a specific page with information on all the support for LGBTQ plus students. That includes information on support for anyone who may be affected by discrimination, and how the university can support them and the policies that are in place there. And there's also a kind of list of external LGBTQ plus services as well that may provide support for students. So students are always welcome to get in touch with me if they want to discuss any additional support, or they can also get in touch with their wellbeing officer. And then for LGBTQ plus staff, there's support and representation available through the You Are Pride Staff LGBT plus network. So the network is open to kind of all LGBTQ plus staff, and it's also open to allies as well. So if a member of staff joins the network, they'll get kind of the updates that we send through about what's going on with the network, opportunities to engage with different activities or different projects. There'll be invitations to the quarterly meetings that we have, and the opportunities to engage in kind of discussions around key issues that may be impacting the LGBTQ plus community within the institution. So staff can find more information on the You Are Pride network through the equality and diversity pages on the staff portal, and they can also drop an email to our network inbox, which is like the letters UR Pride at roehampton.ac.uk.